Hi everyone, welcome to this short video, and I want to talk to you about how to find financial statements for companies as well as ratios for the companies as well as for industries. And there are two databases that I'd like to show you. One is called IBISWorld and the other one's called Mergent Online, and both databases are available here at the home page of the library. One is, as I say, one was called Mergent Online, which is right here, and the other one's called IBISWorld. So let's take a look at Mergent Online first. Terrific database, especially if you're getting data on companies. And once this database loads, let me show you. Let's run a search on Merck Pharmaceutical, major pharmaceutical company in the United States. And you can do a search either by the name of the company, or if you happen to know the symbol, you can type in the symbol. I happen to know the symbol. It's called MRK, and I'll hit go, and it will bring up the page for Merck. And there we are. And here's the page that you'll always encounter for whatever company you happen to be doing searches on. It gives you basic introductory information on the company, but the really rich part of this database is through these tabs here. And what I want to show you, because we're talking about company financials as well as ratios, is go in here. And this is data. This is defaults to the balance sheet for the annual balance sheet for the last 5 years in the reported currency. I could change that if I wanted to, but I want it in US dollars. And here's all the financial data from the balance sheet. And if I wanted to, I could export it to Excel. Now, I don't have to just stay with this. I could change this. I could say, well, I don't want 5 years, I want 15 years, or all available years. I could also change it to another one of the financial statements. Let's say income statement. And I don't want annuals, I want quarterly. I could click on quarters, click on refresh, and what I get now is 15 years of quarterly data from the income statement for Merck, all displayed. And this is all exportable to Excel. And I can just drag this over and it'll see many more columns. So that's financial information. You can change this from income statement to balance sheet to cash flow and change what's displayed here, and each time it export the numbers to Excel. Over here you'll see other information. Ratios. I mentioned ratios are in here that are calculated for you. Here you've got 15 years of quarterly ratios calculated. So you've got all the most important profitability, liquidity, debt asset ratios on a quarterly basis, and all of this is, and so you can just drag this across just to see how much there is here. You could take all of this, click download, and all of it goes to Excel. So this is a great way to get financial statement information as well as ratios. And it's the Mergent Online database. And the other database I'd like to show you, when we click out of this, is called IBISWorld, and that is right here. IBISWorld is a terrific database found at every major business school library in the country, at Harvard Business School, Stanford, Chicago, and we have it here at NACB. And there are two collections that we license. You have to go into each one separately, or you could run a keyword search over them all. One is called U.S. Industry Reports, and the other one's called U.S. Specialized Industry Reports. So if you want to browse these collections, you have to go into that, look it over, and then go into this one. But if you can run a search here over all the databases, and let's say you're doing some research on Costco, okay? Enter. And it's going to bring up the report in which Costco appears. So it's going to be, let's say, the warehouse clubs and supercenters. Click on this. And this is the online version of the report for warehouse clubs and supercenters. Now I'm going to just show you the key statistics, the industry ratios, because that's the purpose for this video. But I strongly recommend, if you're doing research on an industry, extraordinarily good information through all these various tabs. And if you don't want to look at it online, you can click the PDF and it'll produce a PDF version of this. The only downside about getting the PDF is if you look at it online, you're going to see as you go through these different tabs that whenever there's data displayed in an exhibit, that usually you can export it to Excel. You lose that functionality with a PDF. But if you go over to the key statistics, let's say you're looking for data on warehouse clubs and supercenters at the industry level for ratios, click on key statistics, and you'll get an overview as far as revenue and establishments, employment in the industry, annual change. Each one of these little green icons you can export to Excel, that particular table. But the ratios is what I wanted to show you here. And these are all the ratios for the warehouse industry, warehouse clubs and supercenters industry. And so these are all the ratios. You can current ratio, So if you're doing research on Costco and you have, say, from Mergent, all the ratios for Costco that you got from Mergent, you can now go over here and you can get all the ratios for the industry, and you can see how Costco compares to other the companies in that particular industry. And they're analyzing quite a number of companies, so 128, 142 for that year. So quite a large number of companies, so you can make some sort of comparison. So, and that's all exportable to Excel. And one thing about this database also, as far as user-friendly, they have little videos that will give you instruction and explain how these were calculated and how to use them. So going back to the home page here, the two databases I mentioned, one is called IBISWorld and the other one is called Mergent Online. Two great databases for getting financial statements as well as ratios. So good luck with your research. If you have any questions about how to use these databases, please remember to contact me at the reference desk. Thanks.